Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I am Ayush and in this video we are going to discuss the new topic which is Git and Github. We'll start from the basics such as creating your GitHub account and downloading the Git in your local machine. Then we'll move ahead and define what is Git, and we are going to discuss some of the Git commands. Then we'll close our video with some different types of forking methods. So without any further delay, let's get started. Alright guys, so now let's jump into the field of Git and GitHub. So first let's discuss what is Git. So Git is a software for tracking changes in any set of files, usually used for coordinating work among programmers developing source code during software development. Its goal is including speed, data integrity and support for distributed non-linear workflows. So what do you mean by this? So Git, as a programmer or as if you write code, you need to, like, if you want to share this source code, I want to host it in a repository, I want to share it to the world. So how can we do that? So Git is, now if we take it in a simple example, if you want to understand this, so Git is something called as version control. So now version control, there are lots of videos on YouTube, but I'm going to explain this in a very great detail. So a quick example, you have an app on Google Play, a video game example. So there will be different versions of the particular game. Example, I have a version 1, then I felt some bugs in that, then I made a version 2 and take out the bugs. The same process I did with 3, 4, 5. Now I am currently using 5th version. But what if I want the first version? I want the first version's code, that I want the first version back. So now normally you can't do that, because again you'll be overwriting the code, so it's not possible you to get the back first version. So for that we have something called as version control. So what will this version control do? This will exactly go like, it will create different types of levels. In example, you have version 1, so save it and then you can use it back. So this is what called as version control. Now we are going to discuss in the great detail in the later part of this video. So now let's discuss about the git commands which I'm going to use throughout this video. So I'm going to use a clone first thing. So what will this clone do? It will bring a repository from somewhere else like GitHub to your local machine. Example, you have a code here. You don't have it in your local machine, but you have it in your GitHub repository. Now I want to bring that particular repository from a GitHub to your local machine. So how can we do that? We can use clone. So next thing is add. Add will track your files and change in Git. So it will just go ahead and track your changes, and you can make changes in your Git. Just simple changes you want to make or something, whatever, it's totally depends on you if you want to change any if you want to change your code. And next is commit. Commit saves your files in Git. Now if you want to save it in the Git, you can save it. Next thing is push. Push is to upload Git commits to a repository like GitHub. Now example, you saved it, you save the commit. Now we just discuss what is commit. So we saved a file, and that file you need to upload it in your GitHub repository. How can we do that? So that we are going to use this push. And next is pull. Just it's a reverse of push. Download the changes you made to your local machine. Now whatever changes you did on your GitHub, just take it back to your local machine. So how can we do that? Using pull. Now download the change you made to your local machine, and we can say this also as reverse of push. So what we discussed in push, the same thing is pull. We are going to discuss in the great detail as well throughout the video. Alright guys, so now let's go ahead and download the GitHub Git. So let me go do a quick search, spotlight search here, and let me do a search of terminal. So here my terminal has been open for me, and here if I go and write git version, hit enter, and here you'll get a git version. So if you're using Mac or Linux, the git will come automatically, but for some reason if it doesn't comes, whatever reason it can be, so if it doesn't comes to you, then you can just I'll give you a link in the description to a documentation. You can go ahead and read through it, and then you can go ahead and download it. So it's a very simple process, straightforward process, but yes, it in Mac and Linux it comes automatically. Now let's discuss. So how what can you do when you have a Windows machine? So if you have a Windows machine, just go ahead and I'll open here Google Chrome, and here I'm going to search for something. I'm going to search here Git Windows, simple Git Windows, and here it gets HTTPS Git SCM. So just go ahead and click here, and here you can get detailed. Here you can get, this is 32-bit, 64-bit if you have a Windows machine, but I'm a Mac user, so I have already, it's already installed for me. But yes, this is also a pretty straightforward process. You can go ahead and download it, but for me it's downloaded already. Again, to check Git version, hit enter, and here Git version will be there. So this is how you can install Git in your local machine. Alright guys, so now it's time to discuss about the GitHub. So let me go back to this Google Chrome, open the Google Chrome, and let me give a quick search for GitHub. GitHub. Open, and here you can get github.com, and just go ahead, open it, and yes, you'll find something, this kind of interface. Go ahead and click sign up, and then you need to create your own account. Okay, so this is the page which you're going to see. Join GitHub, create your account. I'm going to give it a name. Let me give me Ninja Tech Programmers. Yes, it's available. Make sure don't give a space here, like this is the problem. You need to give a hyphen here, and it should you can even give a alphanumeric, and make sure it's available. Here I need to give my email address, so just I'm going to fill up this email address and password, and I'm going to verify my account, and I'm going to hit create account. Alright guys, so here I have created, I have given a password and the email ID up, and here I have it's verified my account, and let me click create account, and here let me close it, and here you can see an interface saying welcome to GitHub. Woohoo, we have created a GitHub account, and this is the process. How can you create your own GitHub account? Just here quick questions here they are going to ask you. Just go select it. Let me here choose student. Okay guys, so it's going to ask you quick questions here. Just fill it up and then complete your setup. Here it's going to ask you to verify your email address. So let me go ahead and verify my email address. Here as you can see, you'll get an email from github.com, and here almost done, and here I'm just need to click verify, and here click on skip for this now, and done. Your account has been created. You have successfully verified your account, and now you're good to go and create a repository. Now let's discuss what is this repository. So this repository, you can think it kind of a project and repository means the same. So this is what is repository, and this is how you can create your own account. Alright guys, so after creating the GitHub account, now it's time to go ahead and create a repository or a project file. So if I come here again, if I come back here, I have created my account. Now it's time to go ahead and create a repository. But before that, I have created a video on matplotlib, and in that I have discussed some real life examples. As you can see, these are the real life examples which I used in my video. So this I'm going to host it in the GitHub just for the demo guys. So now let's see how can you create your own repository. Come back to the GitHub, and here you can click create repository. Now it may come or it may not come here, this option, or the better option is to click here plus, but let me click here create a repository. Now owner is obviously Ninja Tech Programmers, and here repository name I'm going to give, so it will be matplotlib real, okay, I need to give, I think, hyphen real life examples. Okay, so now here make sure it's available, and then now you're good to go. Here you want to make it public. Obviously you can make it private as well, but for now let's post it on public. Now initialize the repository means initialize my project with add a readme file. Now we are going to create a readme file. Now we are going to discuss in the great detail as well. Just the readme file for now. Create a your repository, and yes, it's been created for us. Now it's time to edit our readme.md file. This is now what is this readme.md? Now before, if by chance if somebody comes to our project, and in this project it would not be it will not look nice if it will be just blank. So he should, before creating the project or taking the source code, he should be knowing that what type of uh, file it is, like what type of project is this. Okay, so by seeing it by the readme, he can read the readme file and he can find out that yes, this readme file contains real life examples. And what is this real life examples? This and all we are going to discuss. So MD means markdowns. This I've discussed in the Jupyter notebook as well. So just click on edit here. Now here we need to just go ahead and make an edit. So here I can write, okay. So I have created a basic one. Let me go ahead and save the changes here, commit changes, and good. So here you can see this project will help you understand matplotlib in a great detail with real life examples. But one thing I'm not liking here is this is not looking that professional. Now we need to make this very professional looking GitHub repository. So in order to do that, I'm going to share you one tool. That tool is going to help you in creating awesome uh, readme files. So for that, just open a new tab and search for readme.so. Hit enter, and here you'll get readme.so. And here if you go and click get started, so guys, here you can go ahead and create a readme files with a very professional format. How can we do that? Here let's go ahead and here you can see these are the sections you can add. Here you can add an acknowledgement here, whatever you like to add it in your um, readme sections. Just go ahead and select it. Example, I would like my documentation to be added here. Matplotlib documentation, matplotlib plot. Okay, so this is the documentation. Let me go ahead and copy it, and then here let me go ahead and change this. So here I have matplotlib.org being created, and I should name this. Here I need to give some name. Documentation for matplotlib. Okay, so here you can see documentation is here, and next I can add. This totally depends on you. Installation I can give here. So what will be the installation? I can give installation. Install matplotlib on your system with conda uh, distributor. Okay. So here I need to give the code here. So I can give anything I like. I think the code conda install. This should be small I. Install matplotlib for Anaconda distributor and pip. For Anaconda, this it will be Anaconda install matplotlib, and for pip users it will be pip install matplotlib. Here you can see the preview. Project title I need to give. Okay, so here I missed it. Project title will be matplotlib with real life examples. Let me go ahead and copy it from here. Paste it here. Matplotlib real life examples. A brief description I need to give here as well. So the brief description I gave it here in my GitHub repository. You can go ahead and play with it. Some more things I would like to add here. Here I'll add a little bit of text lessons. Instead of writing lessons learned, I'm going to write the real life examples I am going to use are, and what are the examples I'm going to use here? I'm going to use first thing is, let me come back here, and I'm going to create a basic graph. Real world examples are line graph. It's actually gas prices over time. Gas prices over time. And second is obviously the FIFA World Cup. Okay, so this looks professional. Readme. Just go ahead and select raw. You can go ahead and download also, but better is to go ahead in raw and click this copy. It will be copied. Come back here, edit it, and then just remove each and everything and paste this. Go ahead, say, commit the changes, and here you have professional looking readme created. Alright guys, so now let's go ahead and install one small thing before we start the Git video, which is Visual Studio Code. Let me go ahead, open a new tab and search for code.visualstudio.com, but not for C++. I'm using Python. Actually, we're just going to download code Visual Studio editor. Obviously, you can use any type of editor. We can use no, we can just write a code in our notepad or Microsoft Doc. So you can use those types of documents and run the code. But yes, this is made specifically for writing codes, so this will be better. Now I'm going to show the step-by-step process of downloading it. Go ahead, and it's available for Mac OS, Windows and Linux, everything. Download it here, and it will be downloaded for you. Here you can see the zip file. Alright, it's been downloaded for us. Let's go here, show in Finder. Just go here and just VS Code universal.zip. Let me open it, and it's downloaded for us. This application fully it's added here. It will be added here in few minutes. It's downloading for us. Just give it the access to open, and I'll give the access for its desktop. And done. It's been created, and we have successfully downloaded Visual Studio Code. Just close it. And congratulations, you have downloaded the Microsoft Visual Studio Code, and it will come within few minutes. It will come here as well. And now we can use this to use the Git. Now let's discuss about Git. Alright, so now let's go ahead and create a terminal here. So if we go here and you'll get Explorer, obviously you'll get many things here, but for now let's discuss about the Explorer. Go here to the Explorer, and here you'll get option you have not yet opened in a folder, and you can clone a repository locally. We are not going to clone a repository, we are just going to open a folder. Go ahead and open the folder. We need to go ahead and select the desired folder and just click open. Take just few seconds and it will be open. And here, as you can see, it's open for me. Here it's showing these many things because I downloaded the Git. When I downloaded the Git, I got these types of files. Let's just don't discuss about this now. Now let's go ahead up, and here go inside the view. You'll get something called as terminal. Click it, and terminal will be open for you. Obviously this is by the folder's name, and now we are going to clone our repository. Now what is this cloning the repository? If I go here, and if I just close it, and if I go to my GitHub, I here I created my repository. Now this repository I need to upload few documents, right? So for that I need to go ahead and use the feature clone. Now this command we discussed in the uh, beginning of the video. I'm going to discuss this in a detail now. Alright guys, so now let's go ahead and clone our project, our repository. Now just a quick note, what is clone? Let me refresh back. So clone is basically you have a repository on your GitHub page, and that you need to bring from there, which is the GitHub, to your own local machine. So how can we do that? Alright guys, so now let's go ahead and clone our GitHub repository. Now again refresh, what is clone? Clone is basically example you have on your GitHub page, you have a repository or a project. You want to bring that particular project to your own your this whatever your local machine it is in there. So how can we do that? So in order to do that, just go to code, and here you'll get HTTPS, SSH and GitHub CLI. Now this just we are not going to discuss about this and SSH. You can use SSH. SSH is kind of a little bit complicated. If you start going deeper, you'll fall in many types of errors as well, and it's not that comfortable. The best one is using HTTPS. Go ahead and copy it and come back to our Visual Studio Code. I come here, and here just write git clone, paste this, enter, and start cloning it. And if I come back here, you'll say matplotlib real life examples. Okay, interesting. Matplotlib real life examples. Let me go back to the Google Chrome or command tab, Google Chrome, and if I come here, the name of my GitHub repository is the same thing, which is the folder created. This means that we have successfully cloned our GitHub repository from our the whatever the GitHub repository to our local machine. Alright guys, so the next thing I would like to discuss is this folder, matplotlib real life example. If I open this folder, I'll get readme.md file which we created. Just close this here. And next thing is I'm going to do ls now. Not ls, I'm going to use cd now. First thing is cd. Cd is what? Change directory. Directory means folders. So change my folder to this particular folder. Okay, so I'm just going to write the same name which is given for the folder, matplotlib real life examples. I would recommend you to give a short names. Now I have changed my directory to matplotlib real life examples. So now I'm in the directory of this particular folder. Now I'm not in this git folder. Now I am in this folder. Now I would like to next thing I would like to do is ls hyphen ls space hyphen la. Go ahead, hit enter, and here you're going to get what and all things and the changes I did. Okay, so first thing, at 10th June 1430 I created my GitHub repository. Okay, staff here I'm getting, and here next thing is I did a little small changes by creating a readme file here. Next thing, I created a .git file, then I created a readme file. These are the changes what and all I did in my GitHub repository. Alright guys, so we discussed about the ls minus la here ls space minus la. So what will this do? This will basically just give you quick information about what and all has happened so far in the local machine in that particular folder. Let me go ahead and write clear, and this will go ahead and clear my whatever thing has happened in my terminal. Next thing is to go ahead and clone. Cloning has been done now. Now next thing is go ahead and commit. Commit, if I refresh, commit is something like example, you have a container where you save your files and keep it, and that files you need to put it on the git or GitHub. So for that you need to that container is called as type of commit. So we need to commit our files. If I go to my readme.md files, come to the Google Chrome, go ahead and readme.so, and if I create again a new readme file, I'm just not creating a new readme file, this and all, and let me just add in this lessons tab, I'm going to add a video link so that anybody can watch my video. Documentation, instead of documentation, I'm going to give video. I'm going to write video here also, and here I'm going to give the videos link, whichever my video is. Let me go ahead and copy it. Alright guys, I've copied the link and paste it here. This is the YouTube link, and then go ahead and copy this. Now why am I doing this copy? Again, you can use this video also, but you can use the markdowns directly, but yes, I'm not kind of familiar with markdown, and I would also not recommend you to just sit and read about markdowns, because it's not that important. So there are tools which you can use. I'm using one of them, which is readme.so. Okay, so this I have done. Readme md, a quick update here. Alright, so if I do a small change here, and if I write here git status, what will this git status do? Git status will kind of give you a status about what and all changes has happened in your file. If I just again, one more thing I would like to mention is, after writing this code, just go ahead and write command s or control s, save it. So until and unless don't save, you're not going to you can't move further. Just write enter, and here you can see changes not staged for commit. Okay, commit is a container which is used for putting the staged files. Modified readme.md. Okay, I modified a readme.md, but this readme file Git cannot recognize because it's a modified version of it. Now if I go here and create a new file, which is test.py, enter, and it's a Python file. It will recommend you to download it, but just for now, just ignore that. Print hello world. Okay, I'll just write print hello world, simple command. I want to move it to this folder and save this, and write git status, enter, and now it's been refreshed. Okay, I modified a read and I have untracked files. I need to convert this untracked files to tracked files. How can I do that? Alright, so to change this these untracked files and staged not staged files, I'm not staged this file. This I have modified it, but Git is not knowing it I have modified, and it's not yet uploaded to GitHub. So how can we do that? So in order to do that, use the Git Add command. So Git Add dot, this will just everything whichever is untracked, not staged, everything is going to be in a proper manner and be staged to Git. Hit enter. Okay, now if I run git status, now you can see it's modified and new file is also been created, test.py, and now Git is recognizing, okay, there is a new file which is Python file. Okay, now there is a new modified file which is readme.md. So there is something updated in readme. What is that? So it's find out video. Then what you have updated in test, this, why you created a new file which is test. Just close it up. So this is what is git add. Now if you want to know the exact definition of git, git add is used to track or make changes, whatever changes you have done. To track it, you need to use git add. So this is all about git add. Alright guys, so now we have created our readme file. We have just used git add command so that you can go ahead and track the files. Now this is just applicable for your own folders. Now we need to add these all changes to your git this git container, which is used commit, which is commit. All the save files are in that commit the container. So in that, in order to do that, just write git commit, and now you need to write the some kind of message. Now we have updated two things, so we need to write two different messages. I'm just going to write updated. So what will this do? This will just write updated. That means which means that we can find out that yes, we have updated our file. So again I'll write updated, again you can write anything, enter, and there you go. Git commit amid, two files changed. And but uh, this is just uploaded here, but one thing is that it's just added to your Git. Now you need to upload from this Git to your GitHub, right? Because we have just done it in our own local repository. Now we need to take this and put it in the uh, Git, and from that Git we need to upload it to our repository so that our repository is fully changed. So in order to do that, we are going to use something called as git push. Alright guys, so now it's time to go ahead and from our commit, which is the container Git, I need to upload it to GitHub. In order to do that, we need to use git push. Right, git push, and we need to write something called as origin. Origin will our container, and then main, our main repository. Enter. The extension GitHub wants to sign in using GitHub. I need to give it allow, and we need to VS Code auth, we need to give it authorization, continue. Go ahead, give the authorization. Let me go ahead and give it. Now it's success here. Now authorization was successful. Let me go back to my here, open, and now hopefully it should run. Okay, so it's done, I think so. Let me come back here and let me run this. Here you can see test.py is here, the same file which we just created back. And the readme file, if I go here down, our video has been attached. And my video has been opened. Just pause it here. And this is the same video. So everything has been changed here. Our GitHub has been add test.py, but we don't want test.py to be used. We need to use our this particular IPNB file, right? So this Python file should go to my GitHub repository instead of test.py. So let's look into how can we do that. Alright guys, so the next thing I would like to discuss is branching. I'll go here, open a new tab, and search for Git branching strategy, not strategy, it's just Git branching. I go to the images, and let me take this Atlassian images just for explaining purpose. So let me explain what is this Git branching. Now before going to uploading this IPNB file here, I am going to discuss this first, branching, because this is a very important thing. Now whenever you start a repository, you have a in a Git you have a very big master branch or the main branch. You have a main branch. Now in that main branch, this blue defines the main branches. Here you can see these blue dots, these define the main branches, right? So what will the total main thing is this here. This is the main branch, whatever the branch we are currently working on. All the commits, these dots are commits. So here are my commits, and these commits example, I'm working on an app, I'm making an app, and I want just example in that app, a small update I want to add, but that update can either make my that update can be successfully uploaded, or it can totally down my app also, or it can even delete my app, or many reasons, something else can happen. I don't want that. I want to just make a copy of my uh, GitHub, the GitHub repository, and there I can all do my all extra work, what and all update I need to do. Once it's correct, I can run the command, then I'll come back and then run the command back. So just go here. If I go here, create a little feature here. This is called as feature branches. This is the main branch and this is the feature branch. And what will this feature branch do? Go ahead here, and here you can write all the code. Example, this code you want here, you can just paste it here and write whatever commands you like. You do your update and just don't host it on the GitHub repository now. Just check it. Is it final? It's correct or not? Or else if you just run this here and put it to the commit, then it will be uploaded to the GitHub and yeah, it's difficult to delete, or it can create a mess. Your websites can get down. So instead of that, you can just go ahead here in little feature, do all your updates, whatever update you like, and if we are once you're final, yes, I'm done, then bring it back here, comment it, it will go front, and it can go to the next, which is the big feature. Then what, you can just update it live, put it in my GitHub repository. You'll just go ahead to go and it'll be in your GitHub repository. See, this is how it works. This is documentation you can follow. Alright guys, so now it's time to go ahead to the important part of this video, which is to upload this IPynb file to this particular whatever this folder, this repository. So in order to do that, just go in this file option and then download it as a IPynb file. It will be downloaded for you here. Just show it in your Finder. Here, copy this and put it in the flow folder, desired folder, wherever you would like to keep your wherever this particular Git is there, your Git repository is there. So here is my readme file, readme.md file. I just paste here my matplotlib real life examples.ipynb, and if I come back in my here you'll see this is come. I'll write git add matplotlib real life examples. I'm gonna copy it from here, copy it, paste it, enter, match any files. Okay, so there's an error here. Okay, actually it's dot ipynb, enter. It will be tracked for you couple of seconds. Alright, so if I go here and write, okay, so if I go here and write git status a, the most similar command is okay, git status typo, git status, and it's not yet tracked. Okay, so we need to check git add. Actually we need to write git add dot, sorry it was an error. And if I add git status, and now it's added. Now git commit, need to commit it. What now, we need to write the name, exact name where it was up, and in the GitHub repository what the thing we have done here. We need to write whatever we have done here. So we need to write, we have git commit -m, and the message should be whatever changes I have done. I have added a new Jupyter notebook file. So this is the thing which I did. Done. Git push origin and main, enter, and done. It's taking a couple of seconds. Done. Now if I go here and if I just refresh it, and here you can see matplotlib real life examples.ipynb, open it. It's taking a couple of seconds. Alright, so here you can see the same IPynb file which we wrote here is updated here with all the graphs, the data which we worked on, each and everything in a great detail, and the same code here it's uploaded for us. This is the readme.md file, and this is the video. One thing I would like to change here, this video, so Let me just come back here, and in this readme.md file, video for I'll write detailed video for this project. Okay, this looks much professional. Command S and get status, enter. We need to modify it. Okay, get add dot. Now get is been added for us. Get commit, you need to go ahead and commit, and modified readme, and yes, error. This is run match the file error path spec modified readme did not match any files known to Git. Okay, so we need to write get commit -m, and now let's write modified. We have modified our readme, and then enter. It's changed. Now we need to get our push origin and our main file. Enter. A couple of seconds. It's been uploaded. Let me check it. Go check it here. Refresh, and here you can see a detailed video for this project is being uploaded, and this is the video. Just close it back. So this is how you can go ahead and matplotlib real life examples. How can you upload a IPyNB file? In this manner you can upload any type of file you like. And readme.md file here we added, and that's all about how can you upload any files to GitHub. So the next thing I would like to discuss is remote repository. Alright, so what do you mean by the term remote repository? Now I'll make it very simple for you guys. So this is the main remote repository. So here this remote repository can think is this repository. The matplotlib real life examples repository, this and all repository is my repository. And this repository is something remote repository. So here if I have an app, I have all the source code here. And here if I come back, and this is developer A, which is me, and this is developer B, which is my friend. Now me as a developer A, I can just clone it and fetch the data, clone it, fetch the data, pull the data, stage the area, work on it, and then push the data back to the remote repository. But here I have uploaded it to my remote repository. This developer A, whatever I have uploaded to my remote repository, just take it up, upload, bring it back to my developer B. Here as you can see, developer B can use it. So remote repository is something which is this repository. This is the remote repository, the main repository which I'm having now. But if I come here, this is my repository, the repository which I am using. Here as you can see, this is the repository which I am using. This is my local repository. It's on my local computer. It's not hosted online. So this is something remote repository. So remote repository can think of kind of main repository, and local repository is my own repository. Alright guys, so the next thing I would like to discuss before closing this video is forking. So here you can see fork. What is this fork? Fork means actually you get a kind of access. You can edit the code. Obviously you create a branch out of it so that it's not publicly available. You can do whatever you like, and you can use it in your own repository, or you can just use this fork to like get a access from the your main user so that he can give you the access and he can edit the code. Whatever you can use fork is exactly cannot fork because you own this repository. Now obviously I can't fork this own I can't fork this repository because I don't have I am already having access to this repository, and it's just yeah, just this is my repository, my own repository. I have access to this code, so I can do anything I like, but I can't do for each and every repository. So to change repository, it's very simple. Just like if I go here and write matplotlib and some matplotlib, all GitHub you need to select the whole GitHub wherever you get. So there are lots and lots of GitHub repositories. I'm going to use Python from here, and let me take the first one, matplotlib. So it's a whole uh, bunch of lots and lots of thing here, and this is the whole um whatever the readme files here. And if I click on fork here, which I'm not going to do now, I don't want access to edit this, I don't want to edit this, so you can just go ahead, click fork. Couple of questions they are going to ask you, just select it, and then you can go ahead and fork over the fork over this particular repository. So that is all for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like this video, and if you feel you learned something new and interesting, and if you are feeling that you are now comfortable with Git and GitHub and Git and GitHub, go considering subscribing to this channel and like this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.